Welcome to Talk Clearlier, the podcast, starring Cypher Sounds and Will Sylvance, two comedians that butcher the English language on a regular basis. Have fun following along? It will be painful.
Hey, welcome to the Talk Clearly a podcast starring me, Cypher Sounds.
And me, Will Sylvance.
And we got our good friend James.
Mattern.
Okay. 'Cause I don't call you James Mattern.
I know. It's also hilarious because this is all hosts, so you guys never have to bring me up.
Right.
So we all. So you don't need to know my last name ever.
I know.
I brought you up when you did your audition spot, wasn't it me?
No. Well, I did an audition here years ago and didn't get in, and you brought me up. So
We're
thank
here.
you.
People don't know we're here.
Oh, Comedy
Where are
Cellar.
we? Yeah, we're at the Comedy
I didn't know where we're at school. Boy, that was the most use your words I've heard
Use
since
your
I was a
words.
child. Cypher.
You're a word master. Use your words.
Yeah, I'm a real wordsmith. That's what I'm known for in this business.
Yeah, so you say Mattern. You pronounce
Mattern. Pattern with an M.
You pronounce the T like like when they say Toronto, they don't say Toronto.
Yeah.
They say Toronto.
Toronto.
Well, I speak different than most humans,
Okay,
which I get proved once again because I'm a wordsmith, as Mr.
But
Sounds
you
said.
prefer Mattern.
The family is Pattern with an M, and it took me years to realize that. My godmother, who's technically, she married into the family, has kept the last name after divorcing my uncle. She told me this a few years ago, like a revelation.
What?
She's like, I just tell people Pattern with an M. I'm like,
Mattern.
decades have gone by.
But pattern. Look, I'm saying pattern.
Yeah.
Mattern.
Yeah.
But you said Mattern.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I don't know what I say. That's the problem. Like, I say Nevada one way, and I think I'm saying it the right way, and then people say, no, you're not, and I'm from Nevada, and I know in my head I'm attempting to say it the right way as a Nevadan.
Instead of what, Nevada?
Yeah, but I have a weird accent.
Oh.
What accent? I don't have an accent.
Dummy. It's a dummy accent. It's like I'm from Las Vegas.
I can't understand you. What is he saying, Will?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Can someone transcribe this shit for the fellas, please? For years of mob movies, and my cousins from Rochester with their fake New York, quasi Canada, quasi Midwest accents, it all just kind of mushed mouth to me, and I speak in a weird rhythm.
Well, you're on the right show.
Third mic.
Clearly.
Forget guests. I'm moving in.
Top three mob movies, quickly. Top
All right.
three.
Well, it's
Three
clear.
what?
Mob movies.
I mean,
shit.
He said
Goodfellas.
years. He said years of mob movies, so you should have them on right
Oh,
on
I
deck.
didn't know that's
It's
what he said.
Goodfellas.
He said years of mob movies.
Years of mob. I thought I was just ignoring it, and I would hope I would figure it out later.
Oh.
Okay.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Godfather. And let's go with the wild card. Let's go with
Godfather 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Two's great. The older you get, two makes more sense. I like Mean Streets quite a bit. I think that's a great film.
Top worst mob movies. Top three worst mob
Yeah.
movies.
What's the top worst?
I mean, there's ones that I've
pissed you
avoided.
off.
There's let's see. There's Mobsters. That was the Richard Greco movie. That was horse shit.
Yep.
Oh, I avoid a lot. Let's see. Is there something that's come out that's horrible?
Yeah. Is Bronx Tale a mob movie?
Bronx Tale's good. Oh, here. The fucking prequel to The Sopranos is hot, steaming shit.
Is
I
it?
walked out of the goddamn theater.
Trash.
I almost dipped my coffee on the couch.
Wait, that's the one where his son plays his younger self, right?
Well, it's a fucking kick in the mush.
Really?
It
The-
stinks.
What was bad about it?
Everything.
King of Newark.
The Many Saints in Newark.
Many Saints of
Trash.
Thomas.
It's the Many Saints of horse piss.
Wait.
trash.
Trash. Straight trash.
Wait, tell me the three bad things about The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Everything's a 3. Give me the
Everything-
top 3.
Yeah.
Down,
This
baby.
is like high fidelity.
Yeah.
Top 3
Was it
reasons
the acting?
that
Was it the
Gandolfini
script?
died.
Was it the-
okay? So here's the thing. I don't know how big a fan you gentlemen are of that show. I love that show
Big
of The
fan.
Sopranos. It's probably
I
my
think my
second
favorite
favorite show ever. Maybe it's Larry Sanders in The Sopranos,
Yeah.
which explains me in a nutshell. So I love it. I've rewatched it a million times.
Yeah.
It's the characters in the prequel seem like nothing but caricatures. It seems like your drunk uncle doing an Uncle Junior, or the Silvio kid is very good in The Big Short in that, and he's terrible in this. It's
Really?
terrible. It's insulting.
Shit.
It's bad. They supposedly there's supposedly like a 3-hour cut of this. And people have said that there's a real movie there. But David Chase he always wanted to make movies, and kind of, it sounds like, resents that he is known for television.
Right.
Wanted to make a movie. He's like, I can show you I can make a 90-minute movie.
Right.
It's a mess. There's a storyline of Newark and of the non-Italians, of like black drug dealers and
Oh,
gangsters,
easy,
which is
easy.
actually, I didn't know how to use
Easy.
it. But that's the better story, and it just kind of like crowbarred in. And to me, that's more interesting than seeing Tony's fucking mentor and
So
done for.
and the movie relates back to when
The riots in New York.
In The Sopranos, you know the show The Sopranos?
Yes.
In The Sopranos, when they had a flashback of Tony and his mother yelling at Tony, young Tony, and she yells to him, "You're going to hang out with those N-words on Bloomfield Avenue."
There's like a drug trade and all that with that, and that is a more compelling story to me.
Yeah.
Just give me a 90-minute story of that. And put a little bit of the Italians in there, but it's not. It's just convoluted. And
Are you saying the 3-hour version is probably better?
probably a little better. And it's crazy that happens. In some movies, it does happen.
Yeah.
I just finished the audiobook of The Making of The Godfather. That's how big a fan I am in
What
that.
did he just say?
The Making of the Godfather.
Yes.
Wait, he said-
Did I add too many T's?
He said he finished a book, but an
Audiobook.
audio book about the making of another piece
Yes.
of visual art.
This is how crazy I am.
This is meta.
When I do cardio, I like to listen to first half hour audiobook, and then I'll listen to some aggressive music to get me
Okay.
through the run.
Right.
But I do an audiobook, and it's The Making of the Godfather. It almost didn't happen. There's a lot of tampering from the studio. They got it cut down to like 2 hours and 5 minutes, and they watched it and they realized, oh my God, it's worse at 2 hours and 5 minutes. And then they fought to get it back to 2:55. Yes, they're like, oh, this doesn't make sense without 50 minutes.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Isn't that crazy though? You think keep it like with jokes. What are we trying to do? Cut.
But
Get to it.
How was that other movie with Swayze?
What?
Swayze.
Patrick Swayze?
No.
Hold on. Hey, I just pause. Everyone, pause 1 second. Welcome to Talk Clearly of the podcast, where usually it's two guys butchering the English language, but now we got James Mattern here.
Degree in journalism too.
What are you saying, Will?
The director.
Scorsese.
Scorsese.
The Irishman. I
Yeah.
hated initially. Saw it twice in the theater. Once at a Broadway theater with my aunt and uncle, and I had to
How
pretend.
come that was not in your top 3?
Wait, but
It's-
how did
no, it's
you
very
jump
good.
To that, he was talking about The Godfather.
It's very
Yeah,
good.
but he was talking about the top 3.
you moved on.
No. I was asking for the top worst.
Right, but right then he was talking about The Godfather.
But he went back
Yeah.
to not the
But
worst,
so-
but
to the best.
to The Godfather.
I like Mean Streets a lot. That was Scorsese's first one in that genre, and it's very good. And raw.
that was not in your top 3 though.
Well, I put Mean Streets, but Irishman has grown on me, and I do like it quite a bit. Yes,
But people didn't like. Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
It's 3 hours long.
Yeah, I heard
it's very long. I mean, and there's.
Is it good?
Yes, but they make the issue is with the CGI trying to make dudes younger.
Yeah.
So like the one that everyone laughs about is a 75-year-old De Niro fucking beating the shit out of someone, and they try to make him look young, and he does not. Like you start feeling arthritis in your bones when you see him doing that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right,
He's old.
CGI
Yeah, he's old.
has a point.
They're
Yeah.
saying that they should make that into like a series, like 3-episode series, so it's easier to consume.
So why don't you? So here's what you do, right? You got a remote. You got Netflix. How do you watch Netflix?
on Netflix.
But how do you watch it? You watch it through Apple TV, Roku, Fire
He
Stick.
just goes to their studios
Roku.
and
Yeah.
Okay. You got an iPhone, or you got a phone?
Yeah, I
A
got
timer.
Yeah.
Okay. Set your timer for 59 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Start The Irishman. When the alarm goes off, pause it. Right? Mm-hmm. Go about your day. Go to work. Go eat. Whatever. Come back tomorrow. Same time. Set your timer. 59 minutes. Press play. When
like
the
you're
alarm
baking
goes
a
off,
cake, Will.
Stop it.
Can you do that? Can you do that for sex? You set your
After
timer.
59 minutes, yeah,
59
that'd be
minutes.
pretty good. Who you
59
Sting?
minutes for like
How long?
3 minutes,
Set your
7
timer
minutes.
for 3 Yeah, that's called. They have a name for that. What is it? That's edging. That's called edging.
So you,
is it?
you smash for 7 minutes and
Yeah.
you bam, bam,
You stop.
bam, and she's like, "What's that?" Oh, baby, we got to take a pause for the
See,
cause.
That's rough though, because she needs the constant momentum to get to where she needs to get to. So if you stop, you can't just pick it right back up, because the momentum will be gone for her.
That's
You don't want to lose the momentum.
Yeah.
well, that's where you pull out the vibrator. Say,
This
No,
all
what's the
came
point
from
of
Netflix, huh?
huh?
What's the point of
What
stopping?
you
it?
tell her, hey, hold this.
Hold on. Don't try to make sense of this show. Just ride the wave, baby.
I got booked 8 hours ago. I don't even know what's
Ride
going
the
on.
wave. So what's the point of stopping then?
You stop to go get some juice or tea. In my case, green tea.
For
Green tea.
yourself.
Yeah,
But so you leave and you let her
you let
continue
her-
on with the vibrator.
Yeah, and you
Is your goal to make her orgasm before the 7 minutes?
yeah.
Okay, and if not, send in the drone.
The drone.
The drone.
Yeah, the vibrator's like a drone.
You seen the drone? They got a dildo attached to the drone.
I haven't seen that in my breaks from watching The Irishman every 15 minutes. So I didn't go to that. Well, let me ask you this: you'll drink green tea in the middle of sex? Green tea screws with my stomach, so that's the last thing I would want. With
Do you
sex.
know what is it from green tea that's screwing your stomach?
I don't know, and I like green tea.
Did you try different green teas?
I mean, over the years, I think I have. I didn't know I needed to shop
Have you done
more.
any toxicology reports?
No, but if we can, let's bring in
No,
someone.
he's right. Certain green tea screwed my stomach.
Okay.
But then I realized, shoot, I've been taking this green tea for a long time. Maybe it's the quality. So when I switched to a different green tea, I'm good.
Different
Tiger
brand.
Woods. Huh?
A different brand.
Different brand.
There was a time where I wasn't doing coffee in the morning, and I was doing green tea.
Yeah.
And you do feel better, but then it would add, my stomach would be a little rougher in the middle.
Where you was getting your green tea from?
Fuck, it's some shop in Astoria. This is when I lived in Astoria.
Yeah, you got.
So you got
switch
Greek green tea.
Greek green tea, yeah, it comes with
that's
tahini,
different.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not good green tea.
That's not green tea. It's just regular tea where they put some fucking tzatziki sauce.
They just put a grape leaf in it. Yeah, that's how they make it.
Great leaf.
They just put the grape leaves. It is green.
You're drinking white wine.
I would love to. Why am I drunk by noon with this tea? Oh, it's white wine, stupid.
Here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cypher Sounds at Cypher Sounds, CIPHSOUNDS. If you're a first time listener, follow me, Instagram and TikTok.
I'm Will Sylvince. Will, WILSYLVINCE.
And what about you, James? What's your at?
It's the James Mattern. Mattern pattern with an M, everybody. The James Mattern at Instagram, YouTube, and please check out the check spot.
Now, here's the deal. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, I didn't know where we were going.
Hold
Some
on.
people put it all at once. I didn't know when we were fucking.
Me and my friend
I
Will.
took my
here-
clothes off. I didn't know if it was foreplay or not.
Me and my good friend Will Sylvans here have a show every Wednesday at the Comedy Cellar.
Yes.
The Fat Black Pussycat in the Comedy Cellar. It's a smaller room. It's called the Chemistry Set. We do it every Wednesday. You should come on down 10:30 on Wednesdays. Now, we're taking the show on the road. Me and my friend Will Sylvan, September 2nd, we're going out to Soul Joe.
Oh my goodness gracious!
The new Soul Joe.
I haven't been there in about a year.
Oh, you haven't been there?
Yeah, I need
That's
to.
where I
go.
saw you during the pandemic.
I know. That's where I saw everyone during the pandemic. It was.
So we're going out
wonderful.
to Soul. If you know about Soul Joe, you know where to find all the information. If you don't know about Soul Joe, then you're probably not going to go. But thanks for joining us. And then our good friends at the DC Improv. Shout out to Allison. Shout out to Antoine. Cypher Sounds. Will Sylvans, Cypher Sounds, because this is his plug, his connection. DC Improv, September 15th. That's a Thursday. We always have a good time at the DC Improv. The last time we were there, we did the 30th anniversary of the DC Improv.
Wow, it's great.
30 years.
It was
in the
amazing.
business.
So we're coming back for our
one of my
chemistry
favorite
set.
clubs in the country.
Very, very amazing club. So catch us there. And then real quick, I'll be out in Houston on September 30th at the Riot. September 30th, October 1st. Will, where are you going to be?
And I'll be at Albany, the Funny Bone, September 3rd.
Saturday, September 3rd.
Saturday, September 3rd,
Nice.
Albany. And I'll be at, man, I can't remember my dates.
Well, write them down for the show.
That's
okay?
a good point.
James, what do you got?
I'll look up where you're working, Will. I'll plug for you. I'll do it.
You got anything good coming up?
I'll be doing a bunch with Chris DiStefano. I've been
Yeah.
fortunate enough I get to open for him. I'll be in the
amazing.
Midwest
He's
end of September with him.
Very funny guy.
He's the best. And then Baltimore and Philly with him in October. New Year's in Huntington, and a bunch of cool stuff going on there.
Now, what's the check spot?
Check Spot was my album, but it's all we went multimedia, boys, and then released like a special. It's on YouTube. It's in black and white. The materials, I won't even say it's 50% the same. There's a lot of stuff that we use specifically for the album and different visually. It's in black and white. It's got interviews. It's about the worst part of the comedy show where no one pays attention and they pay their bills. And I did a mini documentary, mini special where I did a Q&A while people paid their bills. It's a comedy experiment.
You're talking about it's in black and white, but it's an album. It's confusing.
Well, no, there's two. So there is an album, and you can go to Spotify or you can buy it.
Down.
The coffee's kicking. The non-green tea is fucking kicking in.
Kicking in.
I don't have the white wine with tzatziki in it anymore.
No, if you do cocaine, it'll just slow you down.
I've always joked about that. If I did that shit, it'd probably be like, hey guys. I wonder if like my bloodstream just naturally, like if I'm some kind of an X-Men where my blood is some narcotic.
See, we need the X-Men test. What
do
was
it.
the mutant test?
Professor
How
X,
did you know someone was a
X,
mutant?
Professor
He
X.
just felt
he
it?
put on Cerebro.
Well, Cerebro, and he could tap into your mind and he
Yeah.
could.
But he could sense all the mutants around the world?
I
Or
could
was
tell
he
there's
looking
a
for, like-
mutant in Canada who is stressed with anger.
or was
Oh,
he
okay,
looking for,
Logan.
like,
Yeah,
was he
that's
looking
it.
for like news stories where it looked like somebody had a mutant power?
No, he tapped into their vibe,
Yeah. Their energy, their aura
their aura.
would come to Cerebro.
Mutant energy is different.
yeah.
It's different energy. Yes.
It's different than superpowers.
Well, because it's born in your genes,
It's your DNA.
which is always weird. Will, as reading the comics, right? Is there was racism towards mutants who are born with their powers, but if you just randomly got the Fantastic Four got in an accident, fucking, there was no racial slurs to those motherfuckers
Yeah.
Oh,
walking
they were
around.
fine.
Yeah, but if you were
yeah.
born with it,
The Hulk, they didn't call him Giga.
yeah, they didn't say
Like
shit to him.
the N-word, but with the G, Giga. Look at that.
Fuck
Gamma,
Giga.
because the gamma,
Yeah,
one?
the Gamma, yeah.
Gamma.
You get Giga.
Where my gammas is at? Where my gammas is at?
Yeah.
Where my gammas is at?
Yeah, so
I always said that myself.
that's it's really funny. And if you just like have equipment and have powers, like Tony Stark, whatever,
But
he was in a
think-
suit.
But think about it. And think about the people who are born with money versus people who work hard for their money.
Yeah.
We treat people who are born with money like shit because they didn't work for it.
Right.
Then the people who work hard for it, you're like, yeah, you're a hero. You did it.
Yeah, but if that person has a kid, fuck your kid.
Yeah, it's really
Fuck
weird.
your rich ass kid.
You want to provide, and then you provide for them, and it's like, oh, now they're going to
They
be
get
soft.
abused.
And then I worked hard for the money, and they didn't have.
how do you,
they didn't work
how do you
for
teach
shit.
them street smarts? How do you
tough.
teach them hustle?
Damon Wayans used to do a joke. He said, I fly first class, but I put my kids in coach.
Yeah,
But I want to like,
But it's like, it go back to what you're saying, The Sopranos, right? His son is not getting a lot of love.
I thought he was good. He was in another HBO show. He was in The Deuce, which I thought was very underrated. That was a great show. I don't know if you all watched it.
But did he get it because of his dad, or he got it because he's really talented?
I think, well, he's interesting. He's got a unique, he kind of looks like him, but he also looks weird and kind of his delivery put him on the show. He delivers a phrase in a unique way.
my favorite thing after sex is a woman looks at me and goes, "You are very interesting."
Yes, very interesting. I want them to say that before we have sex.
Yeah,
Let's just
yeah.
put it all out in the
You know
goddamn
what's
thing.
worse before sex? When you get naked and she goes, "Aw."
Oh no! But what
That's
do you mean?
cute.
You get naked in the light?
Yeah.
I never get naked unless it's pitch black.
I like the lights.
When
Who
you
gives
pull
a
your
shit?
ding dong out and she go, "Aw."
If let's say we go into her apartment, right?
Uh-huh.
Go in, and as soon as we get in, she starts going at it, right? She starts kissing me, touching me, right? And then she starts unbuckling the pants. I'm like, yo, turn these lights off. Turn all.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's daytime. I'm like, well, pause.
Wow.
Let's wait till
That's
about
usually how girls
9:30,
are.
10 o'clock,
Right?
and then we'll get back into it. But cut these lights
But then
off.
soon as she hold it in her hand, she go, "Aw."
No, I don't let them get near it.
I get the well, but not because of like size or anything. I have a cute little dimple on my pee-pee. I have a cute little dimple.
Like if you give your girl some flowers
Yeah.
and she go, "Aw."
Yeah.
Or you give her a card like, "Aw." But when she see your dick and go, "Aw," that's
I get it,
good.
but my dimple is so endearing, guys. It's just really great.
what do you mean a dimple?
I have a
Like,
dimple on my dick,
when
on my
your
ding
dick
dong.
when your
I was
dick
trying to-
when your dick smiles.
I was trying to.
No, it doesn't. No, it's there.
But
But
don't you
it
get a
doesn't.
dimple when you smile?
No, but I have like a birthmark
Or
on my pee-pee.
Your butt cheeks when they walking, you see that dimple when they walking.
Well, I don't see my
And
butt
that
cheeks.
dimple
I don't
forms,
know.
and then-
I don't know what mirror you're carrying around, but yeah. I mean,
I'm talking about girls.
oh, okay. No, I have like a birthmark on my dick.
Okay.
It gives it personality.
So,
Ajita personality.
so what were you saying about your album?
What I was trying to tell you is that Scorsese's The Irishman is the best.
No, you said your album.
So it's an album first where I did 4 sets of the check spot. My producer Frankensteined it to a really hot 28 minutes. That makes sense. And then with the
Explain the check spot to people.
okay, so people don't know
'Cause at the
we don't
Comedy
have one at the
Cellar-
cellar. We
By
do
the way,
not.
I saw the album. It's dope as shit.
The vinyl's unbelievable.
The art is freak. He bought a vinyl. He gave it to Outdoor Steve, and then I asked him for one. He didn't bring me one. A signed
There's a
one.
waiting list, Will. I mean, I'm just checking them off.
It's a beautiful piece
Thank
of
you.
artwork.
Okay, I love it.
I'll get one out.
I haven't heard the jokes, but I seen his stand-up, so I'm like, oh wow,
It's
both
fun.
of them come together well.
I appreciate that,
Explain
man.
the check spot.
So
In comedy
it's
clubs.
dying, which is probably for the better.
Yeah.
So at showcase clubs here in New York and LA and in some cities, towards the end of the show, the bills get dropped because people do not trust. Clubs for years did not trust customers to pay their bills after the show and to not be a ramshackle and all that. So you would put usually a young comic or the host on, and that's how you pay your dues.
The moment all the servers drop that check, all the attention goes away from the show and into that bill they got to pay.
Yes.
And then people realize this show is not worth it.
a lot of times it does, unfortunately. And on the road, unfortunately, the model's really broken for years, where it's about somewhere between 25 to 35 minutes into the headliner.
The headliner.
Set. And so the headliner does new jokes, crowd work, pisses out their ass, all that shit. It defeats the purpose. And that's why a lot of times middles get a big head, because people be like, you were better. Well, they had just 20 minutes of banging the hits.
Right.
In the prime, 30 minutes into the show where the alcohol's kicked in, but they're not too drunk. There's no bills. That's the prime spot. So whatever. I, as a host, did it a lot. I learned to get good. I got a lot of things out of doing the check spot. I learned to do a Q&A. Stand-Up New York, you always remember, sometimes would have, like, Amy would go on and advertise. Amy would sell out, Amy Schumer, like a sold-out show. She'd do like 40 minutes to an hour, and then everyone would get their bills. It'd be madness. They would pay me to just go up there and handle it, because that's just how I'm wired.
Yeah.
And Montreal auditions, I learned to do that, and then that led to me getting more warm-up and stuff. And it became a skill. And then right before the pandemic, New York Comedy Club was having their hosts on Saturdays do the check spot. And they pay you a little extra. I go, why don't we just make this an album? It felt like art to me. And then,
good for you, man.
Thank you. We had a few of them, and then during the pandemic, we put it together. And my record label felt it wasn't going to be that people wouldn't get it, and they allowed me to take it somewhere else. And then I went to New York Comedy Club, and they're like, "We're starting a label, and the club's opening in a week. Why don't you fucking record more?" And so we did that.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, and then of the 4 shows, we put 2 full check spots together.
How long was the check spot? Because normally it's 5 minutes. So 12
to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then because they stop, what they would do now at that club is they end the show basically and then drop the checks and have 3 young people do checks. And so it was negotiated that I would just stay the whole time.
New York Comedy
New York Comedy Club. And so we did that, and we put. I mean, it took forever to figure out what we wanted to do with it visually.
So when you go out on the road in the headline, the whole show's a check spot, and then the comics who's opening up, they doing the non-check spots.
In a way, like I'll do an act.
Oh, that was a joke.
But, no, that's funny. But I close. But no, I do close with a Q&A, because I do feel like it's fun. I do like the chaos. It's kind of like I was talking. I did Will's. We did New Joke last night, and what Will does when he comes on after you do your 3-5 minutes of new stuff is he talks to you and riffs on stuff you say, and it opens. And I told him I'm so thankful that we did that, because I think a new joke has just come out of it. He brought something out.
That's the whole purpose
and
of that.
It warms me up, and that's what I like. I know a lot of times people think Q&A is just filibustering and laziness, and sometimes it might be.
I love it, man.
It generates stuff and gets stuff out of me that I might stay in here.
We do it like our chemistry set is like that. The comedian does a spot, and then we talk afterwards. Also, I like hosting. I like our chemistry set show. I don't want to say crowd interaction where it's 50-50, but I like a little crowd interaction because it does make you think of new things.
Yes.
And if you're one of those hardcore, you're just a joke writer, well, listen, I respect it. I respect all the comedians that write the most amazing jokes.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think you're missing out on some good opportunities if you don't know how to interact with people.
I think it's a muscle that most comics don't really work on.
Yeah.
It's that muscle of just being in the moment funny. There's no put away the notebook, put away the script, just go.
But here's why I love it, because it makes the show unique.
Well, yes,
because we have material. We all have material that we do all the time because it's our grade A hits material, and we know what we're working on. But when you open it up a little bit and let yourself be loose, it makes the show. You'll meet someone in 3 years and they'll be like, I was at that show where the lady had the scarf. Remember the orange scarf? And you'll go, I fucking remember that show.
It's present.
Yeah, you're present.
You're trying to be present. That's what I want to do in everything.
Oh, it's like you not bringing Will your album. You didn't bring him a present.
That's a different kind of present, but I'll do it. I'll do it.
By the way, speaking of check spot, the Comedy Cellar, I think, may be the only club. If there's another one, that eliminated, it got rid of the check spot. And I think this is why the shows at the Comedy Cellar are way better.
It's spectacular.
Because
It's part
the
of it.
audience is getting the full show. There's
Yeah.
no interruption. They getting the.
Yeah.
It's like pure cocaine.
And locking up the phones is great too, and it's forcing.
No, well, before that, because when they got rid of the check spot,
How long ago was that, Will?
for years, like 2006, when I was there was no
Long time.
Yeah, long
Oh, my
time.
God.
They got rid of the check spot, and so I asked Noam. I said, does it take longer? He said it takes the same amount of time whether you do the check spot in the middle of the show
God
or
bless
at the
him.
end.
At the end, yeah, it's the same amount.
Same
God
amount of
bless
time. People got to pay the bill still
Yeah.
at some point. And so when you said that people be walking out, what the Cellar does, they get a security guard at the door,
What kind of security guard?
a security guard
Like what kind?
that guards.
Usually,
Security guard.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said guard. Security guard, not the security dog or security cat.
What are you trying to get? To see
Big black guy.
to see if they're a part of the Sopranos or the more interesting part of the Newark movie. Is that what you're trying to get
a big
outside
old
for?
black guy at the door.
Well, you know
They're
what
the
I'm
best
saying?
dudes in the world, man. They're so fun to hang with the crew. The
So-
security guards
so-
at the Cellar are the best.
So the Cellar got rid of the check spot years ago. Maybe I think 2000, maybe in '99 they got rid of the check spot.
But it's funny,
That's amazing.
We're spoiled because we work at the Comedy Cellar and then we go out of town and you see them doing the check spot or you see them doing, and we're like, and then people always like, you know, the Comedy Cellar we think is the #1 comedy club. So sometimes there's hate towards the
Sure.
other clubs and other comedians that don't work here hate on it. And they go, what's so good about it? What's so good about it? I'm like, here, you want a list? I'll give you a fucking list.
The minute I stepped foot, my first week of working here, it
feel the
felt like a
difference.
revel. I mean, I'm emotional even saying it now in front of you.
Yeah.
My friends with you guys for years. The fact that servers come up to you and like, hey, how are you? And they're sincere. What can I help you with?
They're
and they seem like
sincere.
the warmth that you feel from the top to the bottom is insane.
Now, when they first start, I bet you they're told the policy is to, as soon as you see a comedian,
Sure.
ask them if they need anything. I'm sure it's forced the first 2 weeks. But then it does create,
It's beautiful, man.
what do you call it? A camaraderie.
They're friends of mine. I love the staff here. I think
You
they're
would
the best in the world,
There's
man.
some places you go, you never even talk to
Yeah.
the staff because there wasn't no moment where you said hello. I wish women were forced to say hi to men on the street every once in a while. You got to say hi to 5 guys on the street because then at least it would give us an opening.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen in 2022, Papa.
But I think it's not just comedians. I think the staff the Cellar is designed about customer service. It's all
Yeah.
about customer service. Because not just comedians, they say hi to the customers when we walk in, the people who go downstairs to the show. It's all about customer service. I think that customer service thing, it goes a long, long way.
Up front, when I always do like the shout outs when we're getting settled, I always say like, hey man, you came to the best club. The best club has the best comedians, but also the best comedians at the best club need the best staff. And I always say like, this staff is the SEAL Team 6 of comedy club. These are they hire the best.
They kill.
It's the best ever. Yeah.
They kill Saudis in Pakistan.
You have to kill Bin Laden or a family member to become a server at the Cellar. It's a fact, everybody.
No, you kill them with kindness.
Yes.
That's what they kill them with.
That's how Osama
fan
went.
of that. I'm not a fan of that. Killing with kindness. What does that mean?
Well, all right. So if someone's being a dick face
Yeah.
and you just, hey, it's so great to see you. If a crowd is like fucking not great, and that like back at some of the other places I work, I would kind of go to this demeanor, be like, hey guys, isn't this great? You guys are crushing it. Are you ready for your next act? That's kind of killing them with kindness. It's kind of like nothing else is really resonating, so I'm going to do it like that. It tends to work.
I'll give you another
What kind of
example.
killing them is there?
I'll give you another example. Someone ever did some shitty shit like pull up, like or cut you, right? And you're angry as shit,
Like you mean driving?
driving
Cut you off?
or even if you're parking and they pull up right
Like the-
behind
yeah,
you,
yeah.
and you like what? And you're about to curse them out, and they come out the car like, "Hey, I'm so sorry, I apologize." You're about to curse them out, but now that make you feel some kind of way. You dead inside.
Yeah.
That's what killing with kindness is.
They say with grudges. Do you guys ever see? Oh, you're a big hip hop guy. You're the Defiant ones.
The biggest.
With Dr. Dre and fucking
Eminem?
Well, no, the producer.
Oh, Snoop
Cent.
Dogg.
No, the producer.
50 Cent.
Big Night.
50 Cent. DOC.
Let's just do this
Run
for another hour.
DMC.
Nate Dogg. Nate
No,
Dogg.
the Italian guy.
Warren G.
The Italian.
Lil Kim, Lil Kim.
Lil Kim is the Italian guy I was thinking about.
little Italian guy. Scorsese. De
You
Niro.
say
De Niro.
Scorsese. You say Scorsese. No,
Scorsese.
God damn it. What's his name? He did Interscope Records.
Oh, you talking about
Jump around. The guy that did jump around.
House of Pain.
Everlast. That's
Everlast. DJ Muggs.
Well, they did I'm going to Google what I tell you, but it's like a 3-part documentary, and I love it so much. And they talk. Jimmy Iovine, thank you. Dee Barnes, they interview her because she had that incident with Dre where Dre smacked her or whatever.
Yeah.
He might have hit her.
It's awful.
I've seen the video.
But she had a wonderful minute where she goes, she forgave him, and she goes, "You forgive people, not for them,
Yeah.
but for you, because who the fuck wants to keep all that shit in there?" So what you're saying is that anger. I see people who I used to really fly off the handle easy. Now you have to earn it from me, but it's like. You're really just hurting yourself. Like if I spill this coffee and I spend 5 minutes screaming, fuck, it's not helping the coffee go away. It still got spilt. It's just going to make the rest of this hour or this day go by poorly.
Can you hold a grudge without being angry?
Sure.
So then what's the point of forgiving then, if you could do that?
He doesn't forgive.
I forgive.
I have
people. There's a long list of people that
I have a list a little bit.
That's not true. I tell you one thing. I forgive, but the thing is you can't forget. Because people don't change. So I move. What I do, I call it is moving on.
Okay, so that's interesting.
I just move on. And like, fine, you do your business, but when I see you, I say hello. When I give you a pound or whatever. But that friendship that we had to me was a lie because you lied to me about who you were.
There are people that it's an absolutely valid point, Will. So I've tried this and it's worked in some circumstances and haven't. There are people now that there's no more chances. It's what you're saying. They are who they are. It's the old scorpion on the frog back. I know that when you go
a porn.
Yes, it's so good. It was Ron Jeremy and Sika. I believe it's from the Bible. It's the frog gives the scorpion the ride through the river, and then they're getting along and fucking all this, and he stings him. And why'd you do that?
Who sting who?
The scorpion stings the frog, and he goes, "I'm a scorpion."
The scorpion wants to get across the pond,
right?
And the frog was like, "Hop on my back, I'll take you across."
But first it was reluctant a little, and it was like, "No, man, I got you. I'm chained. Come on, man, you're my friend. I got your back." And then the frog takes a scorpion, and he still gets stung, and it's like, "Why did you sting me? I thought we were friends now. I'm a scorpion.
Scorpion.
That's what I do."
There you go.
And so there are some people on that list, and it's I have to be cordial. I bumped into a girl that is on the list the other day, and we got stuck talking.
Scorpio?
What's that? I think she might be a Scorpio. I don't know what the dates of the birth is, but I don't really know the horoscope. But it's like, okay, I'm going to be nice to you. We're going to work together occasionally, but it's like, guess what, dude? It's like, I know how this ends. It's ended the same way 1,000 times.
Is this a woman you used to deliver dickage to?
Once or twice.
Okay.
So wait, go ahead. You said you know how it ends, what?
I just know how it ends. And same with some friends. There's some friends in the industry. I think there's someone I'm going to be forced to see at a festival, and I don't want to see that person. I mean, I'll say hi, but if this person wants to be like a good friend again, it's like, hey, dude, we know how this ends. With me being puzzled at how you treat me.
How many chances did you give?
Oh, 5, 6, 7. How many more times? Y'all remember, we're all like the same age. Y'all remember Charlie Brown with the fucking football? With Lucy. Come on, Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown.
Is it from Interscope Records?
Yeah, Charlie Brown was, he was with Tommy Boy for years. He discovered De La Soul.
Charlie Brown gave Lucy a lot of chances.
Well, kick the football, and she pulls it. How many times are you going to keep thinking she's going to keep the football? Yes, the poor son of a...
Even if you forget, your broken back should remind you.
Yeah. So at one point, you defeat the purpose of letting it go because it's just you're going to get what, a month, 2 months, a year of it okay, and that person's going to still treat you that way.
But what if somebody legitimately changed?
And that happens sometimes.
Well, you got to prove it.
Got to prove it.
The same way when someone cheat on you, right? You ever got cheated on?
Yes.
Okay. Did you take it back immediately?
Yes.
I love the way you say it. I love you, baby.
You got cheated on?
This girl denies it to this day, but she is a girlfriend of mine who every 5 seconds... Ex-girlfriend who every 5 seconds accused me of cheating on her when I do this. And my experience is, and for talking to people, is... People who keep accusing you of cheating,
right?
It's because they're smelling themselves.
Yeah,
it's their own guilt.
That just happened to me.
Rejection.
Really?
What happened?
Some girl I was with
recently.
Not recently.
Okay,
but she cheated.
What happened to you?
And was she accusing you of cheating?
She
Like,
always accused me of cheating. Always, she's very jealous.
Yeah.
Always, and people know me. People know I don't fuck around.
Yeah.
You know, I was celibate for
Who knows you?
for years. I mean, you know,
People know you?
They know my story.
yeah.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? It's in Wikipedia.
Right.
I'm gonna Google it right now, next to Jimmy Iovine and
Yeah.
Tommy Boy Records.
And so she always accused me of cheating. I found out because we had a mutual friend.
Uh-huh.
Well, she didn't know I didn't know this girl, and I didn't know that she knew this girl.
Wow.
My friend would call me and tell me about her ex man. She was married to this guy at one point.
Yeah.
Would
So
cheat on her with this girl.
Okay.
Right? I know who the girl was. Always cheat on her with,
But you heard the stories of her husband cheating.
cheating
the
with this
girl.
girl.
Yeah.
She keep going back to this girl, and she's gonna whip this girl's ass, all this shit,
Fuck.
and all this shit.
Wow.
And it was the girl I was with.
And you say that's a mutual friend?
No, not a mutual friend. No.
You said a mutual
Acquaintance.
friend.
Okay, the girl, we'll call her Gladys,
I get the story.
Gladys.
right? I didn't
I
know
don't think
she
the
knew.
girl. I don't think the girls were friends.
No, they were not friends.
So you said mutual friend.
Okay, I guess a mutual acquaintance.
They're not acquaintances. It's
Well,
like
acquaintance you don't have
it's
to
a
be friendly with.
coincidence.
No.
It's a coincidence.
A coincidence.
Yeah.
What? If you know, no, you're an acquaintance. You know each other.
And I found out around the same
Did
time.
they know each other?
Yeah,
She knew the other girl.
It's an
you
acquaintance.
knew the other girl.
That's an acquaintance.
If you know someone but you don't fucks with,
All right.
She knew the other girl, but I didn't know. She never told me the girl's name. Or maybe she did, and I just didn't make the connection.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know the world was that small.
Right. Oh, it's tiny.
it's tinier than you could ever
Dude,
imagine.
When I found out that she said, "Oh yeah, my girl or my ex was messing around with her man or her husband
right.
or her baby daddy
Right.
for years, even when we was together, still."
And she was
together.
accusing you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
sorry.
And so I was like, "Oh
It's
shit!"
like Sharon Stone in Casino.
And I didn't know.
How do you rate?
Good
How do you
movie.
rate Casino?
My grandpa knew all those people that they were based on. So
Really?
yeah.
In Vegas.
Yeah.
That was on your top 3 though.
Yeah.
I do like it. My last rewatch, it was still good.
top 8.
Yeah.
Top 8.
The random numbers that you got.
Is Scarface
Top
a
9
mob movie?
I hate Scarface.
Is that a mob movie?
I hate it.
No, it's not a mob movie.
Why not? What makes a mob movie?
Italian Mafia.
Well, I thought of one too that should be in the top 3,
What?
but I don't know if it really is a mob movie. Because I love Tarantino. They seem like they're like, do we count Pulp Fiction? Do we count Reservoir Dogs?
No.
They're spectacular. But is that that is an Italian mafia?
I think mob movie means
La Cosa
Italian
Nostra.
mafia.
Yeah.
Only Italians can be mobs?
No, but I think when you say mob movie, the Italian mafia is the Q-tips of mob.
Yeah. Well,
When you
because
say
like,
mob, you think Italian.
would you put like Black Rain with Michael Douglas? So that's the yakuza. So that is a organized crime, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's not the mafia.
whenever-
And they might be more cold-blooded than the fucking Italian mob, if we're being honest.
Whenever it's not Italian, you have to say blank mob.
Yeah. Like Once Upon a Time in
Japanese
America.
mob.
Russian
Jewish
mob?
mob.
Yeah.
Russian mob?
Russian mob.
Those guys are cold-blooded
because
too.
mob is mafia.
Yeah.
And they took it wasn't always theirs, but they took it. They said this is ours now. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm reading a book on it.
And it
Just started. The Five
you read
Families.
A lot of fucking books.
I'm gonna fuck around, boys.
And they took mob, or it was applied to them. So now anything after that's compared to them, you got to put the blank mob.
Yeah.
Now, how come they get mob, but like Mexicans get cartel?
Well, just different things. So the word mafia comes from several things.
La Familia, right? Something?
There's that. There's a lot of speculation in Sicily. Towards the end of the 19th century, the
That's the
community got
1800s.
together and fought these. There was like French invade. It wasn't an invasion, but there's French people who were doing things to Italian women, and these guys fought back against them. And there was a acronym in.
What were they doing to the Italian women?
I think they were raping and with some shit
Were
like
they
that.
just being French?
Whoa!
Maybe they were just.
whoa.
No, I'm not saying.
What
French.
kind of doormen are they?
Listen,
God damn.
I'm not saying the French are rapists. I'm saying they're just good with the loving. And the Italian guys were like, "Hey, cut it out."
Yeah, you know who else thought that? The fucking makers of Looney Tunes when they made that raping ass skunk
Nah,
French.
he was rapey.
Oh, rapey.
Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew. But the acronym for the group it was like in the middle is F. It was French, and The theory was that these groups that came together to get rid of these fucking guys and protect their villages spelled out mafia. There's all kinds of speculation of that.
Mario.
Hey, Max, look up Mafia. Acronym of Mafia. Oh,
There's
wait.
no internet.
Damn it.
Because this studio is.
Well, use your
basically
phone
just a
and then use a microphone.
We're basically just squatters in this room that they call our studio. We're just squatters from the 1990s.
That would be fun.
Kids are outside fucking riding skateboards and going to the tunnel.
That's the way to do it.
Okay, so if it has it's a Morte alla Francia Italia Anella.
Translates to?
I think death to the French is Italy's cry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
fuck.
Because they were doing shit. And Max, am I right? It was like rape. It was like some version of like raping and pillaging, right? They're fucking with the women and industry. I think.
I can look deeper, and this is just the front page.
But I
So
think
you're
it's
saying
that.
Mafia was just like a kind of like a neighborhood watch.
In a sense, and then they realized what they could get out of it, and then they realized with business the money they could make in that, and so that's the evolution of it starts there. Apparently,
So it started out as a good thing.
yes,
Everything's
to
started as a
protect.
good
Yes,
thing, yeah.
and then in Sicily, and that's why it was like predominantly Sicilian
Yeah.
for years.
You're going to make the comparison to Cartel.
Well, so cartel, so it's just a different thing. Well, that's
Why
strictly
do you say
drug.
cartel with a Spanish accent? Why you say cartel? Why
Did
do you
I say cartel?
Yeah, you said
I don't even know I say
cartel.
T in my name differently than you fucking guys. So I don't even know. Don't pull this shit with me.
I'm saying you said the cartel.
Well, also, here,
Cartel.
fine. No, you know what? Let's bring up something that scarred me for years. You're supposed to. In Spanish class, they teach you. I got in trouble in a Christmas play I did. We did Peanuts. We did Charlie Brown. I was Schroeder. I had hair then.
Yeah.
And we would say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Feliz Fiesta. And I said Feliz Fiesta, and I leaned into it. And these white girls fucking pulled me aside and were shitty to me about why did you add zest? I don't know. Ask my Spanish fucking teacher
Yeah,
that
you're
when I
supposed to.
when I don't add anything to it,
Yeah.
he yells at me. And then I didn't show up to the next play. I said, "Ugats." I said, "Fanabla."
Faganalla. Who got
That's Italian.
So yeah, so
So Cartel.
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 I don't know what that spells. You want to look that up? I don't know how that came. I'm not reading that
Who's
book.
more scarier? The Mexican cartel?
Cartel.
The
Cartel.
The Russian mafia or the Italian mafia?
Yakuza's up there too. I mean, so the
Wait, who's
Italian-
Yakuza's?
Japanese.
Those
Oh,
fuckers
yeah.
are wild, dude. Italian, it's interesting. They're for years, mob movies have become the new cowboy movies. Like that became like our Wild West in a sense.
Yeah.
And it's they might be the softest of them, and they're hardcore. But like Russia, I used to have a joke about this. You don't ever see movies on the Russian mob because I feel like when they go into production, the director, the writer, the studio head, they all just disappear. It's like, no, comrade, this won't be seen. Like
Well,
it's gone.
It does feel like as bad as the Mafia was or is, it did have a sense of family,
Yes.
loyalty, camaraderie.
Rules.
That's
They
what-
had certain rules.
Rules,
and
you
a lot
don't
of
kill.
rules were broken, but that was the core of it.
The cartel's
You know what I'm saying?
cold-blooded. Like what they do to journalists and the kidnapping and, I mean, do you realize with how they even sell drugs is so like fucking hardcore. You ever heard this? Like, so the cartel pushes to their dealers in America, they give samples of meth, which is way more addicting than cocaine, right? And so they tell their dealers, throw a little baggie of meth when people buy coke, because a lot of people do recreational cocaine.
Right.
And so what happens when people run out of it? Well, fuck, people want more coke. Well, we have this, we might as well.
Right.
And then they don't realize that they're throwing they're hoping they get hooked on that and they're going to just piss their money away. It's more
Sounds-
addicting. That is the most cold-blooded business ever.
Sounds like good business.
It's good business, but you're just ruining lives. And I met a girl who did not try it. She was so naive to the process. She's like, yeah, our drug dealer, she didn't even tell me she got coke.
Yeah.
She's like, we bought, some stuff from a drug dealer. Like, they're not going to throw you a bag of meth with weed, dummy. Like, oh, who do you think I am, a fool? And she's like, yeah, we just threw it away. But he was like, hey, this is just extra. If you do whatever, you want to use the baggie later. The hope was they get high on fucking meth and then keep coming back nonstop and be addicts.
But that's what McDonald's did to me.
They put meth in the Big Macs?
Walter White?
No, I'm gonna tell you what McDonald's does. You think those fries
Those fries are
on the
spectacular.
bottom of the bag are by accident? You think they fell out? No. They throw extra fries in the bag first. They put some fries in the bag. Then they put your food in there. So when you're finished with the fries, You're like, ah,
Oh.
you go in the bag and there's like 9 more
You're talking
fries.
about the Lucy fries.
Lucy fries, extra fries.
But now what happens when you dine in?
Huh?
When you dine in?
When you dine in. That's how you cure that problem. Just dine in.
You ever go to Burger King?
It's been a while.
You ever been? Okay, Burger King. People that go to Burger King will notice how many times in your fries there's an onion ring, or how many times in your onion ring there's a fry.
How many times in your vagina there's a dick?
How many times?
Almost every.
How many times?
Almost every time.
Can we get to the bottom of this? How many goddamn times?
They're gonna get you with an onion ring or a fry. They're gonna fucking get you. It's La Cosa Nostra.
So the check spot.
Max, what's the acronym for onion ring? How did that come about?
So the check
Hey,
spot.
Max, what time
Just-
we at?
46 minutes.
Oh, we got plenty.
So the check spot
Sir.
is out now.
Yes, both.
Is it on? Is on Spotify?
You can go to Spotify for the
Amazon.
album. You can go all that for the album. You can go to pinchrecords.com and buy a vinyl. You can watch the special. I really would like people to watch the special on YouTube because it really means a lot to me. It's different, and I really.
Dude, the vinyl. I'm telling you, the vinyl look dope.
It's gorgeous.
I want to get
Oh,
it
that's
just for
what
the
he
art.
thought?
Yeah.
Who did the vinyl? The company did it?
Yeah, I was against it because
That's
my
what
old
I'm
company
talking
didn't want to
about.
do
The
it
vinyl was dope
Why
as
would you
shit.
against
because it just it
Show
costs
show
so
the
much.
artwork.
I'll show the artwork.
It's not. By the way, it's not gonna do no justice. When I held the vinyl in my hand and saw the
It's
artwork,
beautiful.
It's
Wait till you hear who
beautiful.
did the artwork.
Show in the back and the front.
Well, I don't have the back on it. Like,
Oh, you
go to-
suck.
I
Why
do
don't you
suck.
have the back of your own album?
Yeah.
I don't have my pictures. What do you fucking want from me?
You take the day you took.
So this is the
picture,
artwork.
Why didn't you do the fucking back?
Yeah, but you gotta hold that in your hand to really.
Oh, the whole
I'll
thing
bring it
with the
next time.
salt with the.
Greg Stone, great comic who we work
Shout out
with
to
here.
Greg Stone.
Greg Stone's the best. Old roommate of mine.
Greg Stone did this.
His brother, whose nickname is the Wolf. When I met him, I'd lived with Greg and
Does
Anthony.
everybody in Greg Stone's family got a superhero name?
They all do.
Greg Stone, the Wolf.
I was still going by my nickname then, and Greg goes, I saw the day job. He's like, "Are you home?" I'm like, "I'm picking up food and I'm going home." And he goes, "My brother will be outside. He's the Wolf." I go, "Really? Okay." And I go up and there's this tall dude waiting at the door. I go, "You the Wolf?" He goes, "You Mad Dog?" I go, "Yeah, come on in." That's how we met, and we've been fucking friends ever since. I love the guy. He did the artwork for me. Spectacular.
Did you do
What do you mean?
graphic design.
What say he did the artwork?
So I had an old podcast during the pandemic. He did the artwork for that, and I like to keep things in the family.
Okay, he's a photographer. Or he does.
So I thought he was going to draw something for this, and then he just got the idea, and then finally I needed the artwork, and I was like, "Hey, man,
Can I see?
And yeah, and then he goes to
You can't do two things at once. You
I
can't
can't.
talk. It.
It's tough, and then he goes and the son of a he goes to a diner and he just sets it up, writes the shit on the thing, and there it is.
He wrote this. This is his
Yeah,
handwriting.
his handwriting.
I want to get my album on vinyl. Will,
Yeah.
you should do it.
I think. Yeah.
Well, you guys just recorded, right?
Yeah. Oh my God! Sorry, we haven't even mentioned it. We haven't been here since we did the album.
I'm really
Sorry.
proud of what he did. And
Hey.
some people initially were like, "Oh, it's not going to translate.
Do
It's
me a
not a
favor.
comedy check spot."
Do me a favor, 1 second. Fuck your album.
Sorry. Yeah, fuck my album.
Me and Will Sillins recorded our album at the Village Underground last week. Oh, what a time! What a time!
It sounded great.
It was fantastic. We had a lot of support, a lot of love.
sold out shows.
Sold out shows. We had a good balance of our friends and family, but then also just regular customers, fans of the show, fans
Isn't that
of
nice?
this show, fans of the chemistry set. When I tell you, man, I had a fucking fantastic time, and I was worried as fuck. I get too anxious.
Well, you do. And you know, when you record, my first album was a traditional album.
Yeah.
I called Emilio New York Comedy Club in the middle of the day. I go, "I'm not showing up."
Yeah,
He had to talk me into my own album.
Oh.
There's people coming to see me.
I definitely wanted to cancel.
The anxiety
Got
hits you up.
canceled one time.
What happened?
I told Cypher we should push it back.
And that's a pushback's different, but like the nerves, it gets you because you feel like what you were saying earlier. I think you're saying this off mic. Well, like we're always working, and it's not done until we put it on wax or we make
Yeah.
a special. Well, now you're staring at it, and you want to make sure you do it correctly, and so that nerves.
Yeah.
Now-
Plus, you got all these people that's expecting you to be like, yo, I came out for you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They canceled everything they got. They dedicate a night to support you. Versus you doing the show with other people on it, but they coming out specifically
Yeah.
for you.
This is the reason why us three are not millionaires, because we're not fucking sociopaths.
Well, it's probably better. I'd rather not be a
I
sociopath.
like my life.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
we care about all the aspects of it.
It's like
Did you
it's like
enjoy it,
it's,
though?
it's like saying you like this dick or you like this dick or you like this dick.
Wait, on the subway?
No, when you're having sex with a girl and you ask her, you either tell her if you're a sociopath, you be like you like this dick versus
Yeah.
you like this dick,
Right.
When I eat at McDonald's, that's what they say to me. Do you like this dick? All right, there's 4 more fucking
Four
French
more
fries
dicks in
at
the bag.
at the end of the bag.
Will, did you like the recording?
Yeah, I got to listen to it though.
So
Not what we did. You enjoy the experience?
Oh yeah.
I had a way more fun time than I thought I would.
it seemed like it. I was up and down because I was doing New Joke, and then
Yeah.
I had around the corner.
Thank you for filling in for Will.
Well, no, I just did a spot. I think Mayron filled in for.
Well, thanks
Will.
for
Did great.
letting Will do a Monday to
Well, of course. I
record.
mean, it was exciting, but I had so much fun. But so let me ask you this: you guys, the whole album's going to be you two together, or is there
No.
going to be is it almost
It's-
going to be
it's a-
3
so
different
this is
things?
how I looked
Three,
at it.
three, one, a third.
That's fucking cool.
So we
That's
did.
really dope.
We on this company that puts out our podcast, Laugh Button.
Yeah, they're great guys.
Will had an album deal for a while. They wanted to give me an album deal. I was like, I don't think I'm ready yet. But here's what I would like to do. What if we do Wu-Tang?
Yeah, it's great.
What if me and Will come together, do what we do on stage, do what we do here, but do it on an album?
Because people aren't doing duos anymore.
Why not?
And I love comedy in the history of it. I love comedy albums, and
Yeah.
there used to be sketch groups and
Yeah.
Nichols and May and all this shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
So we
it's
did.
so
So we
cool.
did. So I did. I have about 20 minutes of material. Will got about 20 minutes of material, and the rest of it is. I don't like saying crowd work because that is like a specific. I don't know what we call it. We've kind of merged crowd work with interaction.
No, but it's
with,
what you guys do together.
I call it yabba dabba doing for a long time.
Yeah, I think you
I've
should
been
get
yabba
that
dabba
copyright.
doing.
I think you should
I
get the.
can't because
the reason why we can't do Yabba Dabba Do is
Oh,
you've ever heard of the Flintstones?
Those
Yeah.
suckers.
But I could for many years. The way I came up with that is I tried not to curse, right? So a good friend of mine, Zainab Johnson. Shout out to Zainab Johnson.
Zainab, spectacular.
I told her, hey, I'm trying not to curse on stage so much. She said, well, art is a reflection of life. If you're cursing off stage, you're gonna curse on stage because
Wow.
your stage life
Wow.
is but a second, but your whole life is all day.
Spectacular.
So she said, try not cursing off stage, and then it'll
Ooh.
translate on stage. I'm like, holy
That's
shit.
great.
And then I've been
That's
every time
fucking awesome,
Yo, it's
man.
terrific.
Every
It's
time I-
Yabba Dabba doing.
every time I want to curse, I just say, yo, yabba dabba doing, like you yabba dabba do, you damn yabba dabba. I'll create some word that's not a curse. And then, boom, it was so easy not to do it on stage because I'm practicing on stage.
Yeah. Well, I tried to quit in high school.
What?
And cursing.
Sucking dick?
So yeah, well, it's been a struggle for 40 years, everybody. I tried, and I would do like "son of a beach" and "fudge," and then I was doing it for a couple weeks. And my friend, who's a Mormon, goes, "You sound like a fucking idiot. I know you. When you say beach, you want to say bitch." When a Mormon told me to stop, so then I haven't looked
it's
back.
good, yeah.
But I do curse too much, and
I curse too much, and what I think it is with me is I was on the radio for so long.
Or you couldn't.
I think it's all fucking coming out. See, I didn't have to say fucking right there.
But forbidden fruit, though.
No, but you see what I did was once I was able to control it,
Yeah.
then I could go back. You see, I said, well, you sucking dick? Because now it's more potent versus if I kept cursing, it wouldn't be as
Throw it
effective.
in at certain parts.
So you use it when you need it. Like,
fucking
you know what I'm saying?
got
You don't always, Batman don't always wear the bat suit.
He doesn't?
No.
What does he wear, like
When
pajamas?
you go hang out at parties, you don't.
Well, I mean that's alter ego, but yeah, when he doesn't use everything on the belt, it's
There you go.
like it's a shift with your car. You don't go. I haven't driven in ever, and I didn't.
Third gear.
But like it's a gear. It's what that is.
What's the deal with Iron Man's, what's that thing in the middle?
It's the repulsor.
It's where and it's supposed to be like where his heart is. Right?
Does it not have a heart?
No, let me tell you what. I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
So shrapnel when the bomb exploded.
Which bomb?
That was the bomb when they captured him.
Who were they capturing?
The
Tony
terrorists
A
captured
billionaire. A billionaire.
the billionaire.
He wasn't Iron Man at the time.
No, they threw a bomb. When they was driving, the car hit one of those bombs on the floor.
Where was this?
In the desert.
Why was he in the desert?
He was showing off a bomb that he
Weapons.
created.
He created bombs.
He
like, for
created
the
bombs.
military.
He makes weapons for the military.
Tony Stark.
That's how he made most of his millions. Well,
Tony Stark, the billionaire.
No, actually, he made most of the millions from technology, and then he used that technology to create weapons.
Weapons. Okay, got
So
it.
he's a very smart guy. He took that technology instead of creating, better refrigerators, better concrete, better roofing. He used it to make better weapons. So he went to the desert with some military to show this new bomb he got called a Geico.
Geico?
Geico.
It's like insurance?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay. So boom, he shows off this amazing bomb. They driving back to the base, and then the car hits one of those floor
bombs.
Floor bombs. Boom. And the
IUD?
the tiny
IUD.
shrapnel. The tiny shrapnel went to his heart, right? So he created this magnetic thing that could to pull out all the shrapnels out of his heart. He was going to basically die. They know where they're going to pull out, take all those shrapnels out of his heart. So he created this magnetic thing,
like Magneto,
that pulls out the shrapnel from going in deeper into his heart.
Yeah.
So this magnetic thing.
How long after the bombing did he build this thing?
He built it. You know what I'm saying?
Where did he build it?
He built it in the cave with this other guy. This Arab guy helped him build.
How did he get in the cave?
That's why they imprisoned him.
Oh, they kidnapped him.
They kidnapped him.
Oh, so he didn't die right away.
He didn't die at all.
He had shrapnel in there.
He had shrapnel, and the guy kept him alive. He said, "Yo, I I got most of the shrapnel out, but there's some in your heart." And so, but
Is this Arab guy? Did he take care of him?
He's a scientist. He's a scientist.
He was down with him.
Well, not at first.
Okay.
They became friends in the cave.
But they were both prisoners.
Okay, got it. Okay, so yeah.
Sometimes, a lot of times, when terrorists do things, the people don't really support it. Like this guy was a scientist.
Yeah.
He didn't really support it, but you become.
Okay, so they kept him alive.
Yeah.
All right.
And they say, hey, build us the bond that you build us the Geico you made, so we could use the Geico in America.
Right.
And so while he's building
And he built him a gecko.
He built him a gecko.
Instead of building a Geico, he built the Iron Man suit, the first Iron Man suit.
And the original one in the comic was just like this big piece of shit.
It's the same
one
thing.
color.
I feel like the Iron Man 1 did a great effing job.
See, I haven't seen it in a minute.
See that?
Effing. Yabba dabba doing job.
Yabba doing.
Yeah.
They did a great effing job of bringing that first Iron Man suit to life.
So he was in some cave. The terrorists told him to build a weapon. So they gave him materials and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And instead he built a weapon to get himself out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, but what's that thing in the middle?
That's the thing that's the thing that the
keeps him alive.
magnetic thing that keeps the shrapnel from going inside. It's a magnetic thing. And he found a way on how to make endless energy. Non-stop.
Cave.
Yeah. And he used the materials from his own bombs.
So good thing that happened to him.
And it powers the suit. Yeah.
And powers the suit.
Well, the metal doesn't take the shrapnel out. The thing doesn't take the shrapnel out.
No, he just didn't want it to further goes in. It's like what you
Why
get.
doesn't it take it out?
When you get what you call it when you get a piece of wood,
finger in the hand.
Splinter.
a splinter.
Yeah.
Think of it like splinters.
Okay.
Metal splinters in your heart,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
He kind of had to keep it there. If he pulled them all out, there's gonna be tiny holes in his heart, and his heart gonna start leaking blood. Oh. So he had to kind of keep the shrapnel there because he don't want the shrapnel to go further in.
Right.
And then, but he needed the magnetic.
He got that shit on all the time.
He got the shit all the time
All the time. The magnet.
to keep the shrapnel from going in, but he can't get the shrapnel all the way out because then tiny little holes gonna be in his heart.
So it's just a little piece of shrapnel. Just.
But the thing is, I don't get is, like Dick Cheney, who got multiple heart transplants, or the Rockefeller, who got like 6 heart transplants.
Yeah.
All the money he got, why don't you just get a heart transplant?
Just get a new heart.
Yeah.
Well, where are you going to find that heart? Just
What do you mean?
some
He's a
dead kid?
billionaire. You could buy a heart.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
I'm not
hey,
in the heart market. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a buyer or seller's market.
Next
I don't know.
person to die, I get that heart.
Yeah.
Well, that,
But he. Oh, I think we have time.
What time is it?
It's we're over an hour now.
Oh my God, we gotta get out of here.
Max is not even paying. Max was on his
fucking Iron Man.
he's Googling Mafia and hearts.
Max is texting his girlfriend.
All right.
Way things are going, Max is probably texting my girlfriend. That's what
I know.
Well, look, the check spot is in all your streaming services.
Go to YouTube, please share it. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And if you want to listen to it, they're two totally different experiences. I swear to God, the audio and the video. And we wanted to do that. If we'd keep milking it. If we could, we'd make a book of it. We'll transcribe it. We'll make a graphic novel. Will, you want to draw it?
Let's do the cartoon version.
I would love it. I mean, we're at the point now where we might as well do everything multimedia.
Restaurants all around the world need someone to keep people entertained because people have been walking out the restaurant. So they call James Mattern.
Yeah, it'd be great.
James, can you just keep them entertained because they get anxious, they want to work out. So we want, you know what I'm saying? So you come to the rescue.
So I can't tell you this. There's things being negotiated that's similar to that for me.
You still in my idea?
No, there's something, buddy, we'll be in cahoots. There's other aspects of me doing this and being who I am in other businesses being discussed right now. So we'll see what
like
happens.
at strip clubs?
Well, that was the early days, sir. There's nothing worse than fucking doing stand up at the titty bar.
Man, dude, I did shows. You never did shows at a strip club.
Why do you guys keep going into more material? We got to end.
Oh, okay.
Bring them back another time.
Yeah, Patreon episode. We'll talk about.
Come back another time.
I would be honored. I had a blast, guys. Thank
Next time you come back, we start at comedy at strip clubs.
Yeah, all right. We'll write that in the notes.
Or we could do part 2.
Sorry, I totally forgot. Let's end it.
I appreciate you
Want to
guys.
do part 2?
Whatever you guys want to do. You guys are great people.
You know what? I'll see you guys next time. Chemistry set.
Leave it on a
No, not
cliffhanger.
chemistry set. What is
Talk
it?
clearer.
No, talk clearlier.
I can't enunciate it. It plays on with it.
Let me tell you what Will's doing right now. Me and Will had an argument about sometimes I try to end the show and he keeps going on and on. So now he just threw the mic away from his face.
He's done.
It doesn't mean to end it that second.
He cold turkey.
It means let's start wrapping this up. But now he does this at shows. Now he's doing it on the podcast where he just throws the mic away and doesn't say anything else. I guess now you're doing the same thing.
Well, no, I mean, he wants to. I mean, what if I'm just the goddamn guest? Do you want me to get heat for my fucking friend over here?
Yeah, we have to do credits. We have to say goodbye to our guests. There's still stuff to say. There's still stuff to say.
I feel like my parents are trying to fucking get me to angle. I want you both to have
Who do
fucking
you want to
custody.
live with? Who you want to live with? You want to live with me?
Every other weekend, and then I hang out with the cool
I'll
uncle
handle
during
the
the week.
credits. I'm out.
The podcast is produced by and written by Cypher Sounds Will Sylvans. Produced by Max Marcus. And a bunch of other people. Thank you.
Other people.
Good night.